the best joke.
Oh, thank you. Always happy to help as best I can. So anytime you guys have questions, that's awesome. Let's see how the camera is today.
Here we go.
All right.
Got
Might be a little bit in the corner today. That's okay as well. All right. Welcome everybody to another wonderful day of exercises. It is so great to see you. I can see we're actually maybe a little tilted here. There we go. We actually had kind of a great general reminder for us, and I'll say it for everybody. It's kind of when we talk about challenging but doable exercise in each of our classes, and how we also relate that to flare-up days. And that goes for any part of your body. If you're in a flare-up, you do want to take it a bit easier. Okay? The exercise maybe you can normally do is an exercise that you just can't do that day or have to modify that day just because you're in a flare-up. Similar to being sick. When you're sick, we do less. And we can still do some to find the benefit, but we don't push it too hard. And then when we are out of flare-up, it's an opportunity to push it and get some more benefit and improvement out of it. Okay. So let's get into our breathing pattern. That is breathing in, filling up our belly. Then we're going to breathe out through pursed lips. And as we get into that pattern, let's just make sure we have a clear space to exercise in, nothing to step on or trip over. Let's make sure we've got a sturdy chair, no wheels. Let's make sure we got sturdy shoes or bare feet to help prevent slipping. All right, if you got a little oximeter, be helpful to have that close by as well. So we are breathing in and out through pursed lips. Breathe in, out through pursed lips. Breathe in, out through pursed lips. Breathe in, out through pursed lips. And we're going to add some arm movement to that. So lifting up the elbow, trying to kind of touch our shoulder with our thumb as we breathe in and breathe out. So reaching up, lift the elbow, breathe in, breathe out through pursed lips. Breathe in, lift up the elbow, kind of touch behind you. Breathe out as we lower that arm. Good. Breathe in and out. Once more per side. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Perfect. Now we're going to take our hands, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Breathe in as we pull the hands apart. And breathe out to bring the hands back in. Breathe in, pull the hands apart. Breathe out, bring the hands back in. Breathe in, pull apart the hands. Breathe out, bring the hands back in. Breathe in, pull apart the hands. Breathe out, hands back in. Breathe in, pull apart. Breathe out, bring back in. And breathe in, pull apart. Breathe out, bring back in, and shake it out. Perfect. All right, we are going to alternate between lifting up the balls of our feet, like tapping our foot to the music, put them down, and then lift up our heels and then down. So it's kind of the toes, ball of the foot up, down, then the heel. So you can even think about just rocking your feet back and forth. Okay. And then with our arms, we're going to get into a pattern as well. So once you get your feet moving, we're going to take the arm. We're going to create an L shape. And then we're going to move the L shape outwards and in. And go to whatever range you're comfortable with. But I'd like you to do it squeezing your hand. If it's uncomfortable to squeeze your hand, you're welcome to use a cloth, your rolled up resistance band, just so it's a bit more of a grip. But I'd like you to squeeze and push out that arm, and we're going to do 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to bring our arm in, and you can kind of push it against your belly if you'd like, gently back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch arms. So again, make that fist, squeeze, and then rotate out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now pulling in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, switch arms. This time we are up. And this one may not be comfortable for all of you, so you'll want to bring it further down. But can we rotate open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We create that L. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Shake it out. Okay, now we can get our arms swinging. And now our knees. 1 pulls across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we pull open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch legs. We pull in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Shake out the arms. Gonna step a foot forward. We're gonna lift up the arm, down and switch. Step and lift. Down, step and lift. Down, step and lift. Down. So we're just going at our own pace. Remember, long lever, lifting the arm up. If that doesn't feel great for you, then you can just go with the elbow. Remember to keep your torso up tall so we're not leaning backwards as we lift. Good work, everybody. Three, two, one. Rest there. Now we're going to bring our arm across our body and open up our leg with a step. So across and open with a step. Maintain your breathing pattern. Good work, team. Make sure we're still breathing out through pursed lips. Good. Breathing slow and steady as best you can. Three, two, one. Rest. There we go. Okay. Put your feet together. Your challenge is, can you keep your knees touching together while we do a couple different arm coordination exercises, but the whole time we're thinking about keeping the knees together. Okay, so do the best that you can. First one we're going to do with the arms is we're just going to open up one wide at a time. So can we keep the knees together? Good. All right. So now one goes wide, one goes forward. Wide, forward. Wide, forward. Wide, forward. Wide, forward. Changing roles in 3, 2, 1. Other arm wide, then forward. Wide, then forward. Remember, we're trying to keep the knees together. Excellent. Maintain that breathing pattern. 3, 2, 1. Now we are going to alternate. Both arms go at the same time and alternating sides. There we go. Now with the legs, you can relax the legs. Woo. And you can either lift and lower the heels, or you can march the legs. Good. Still continuing with the arms. Good. March, march, march. Excellent. And now circle. and push forward and back. That's always the trickiest, the moment we add a circle in there. Keep up your breathing pattern, team. Changing roles in 3, 2, 1. Change roles. There we go. Keep up that breathing pattern. Great job, team. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, make sure you grab some water. Looks like I don't have our timer set up because we're going to move into something a bit different for today. We're going to do a different type of interval. We're going to do 2 different exercises for a minute each, back to back. And then we're going to have a minute rest. Okay. Now, one exercise will be more lower body focused, and the second one will be more upper body focused. So at least certain muscles are getting a rest. So you're not working them for a full 2 minutes at a time. Okay, so for the first one, we're going to stick to exercises we're familiar with to help us figure out this interval game today. I'd like you to start with your stretchy band. If you do not have a stretchy band, you're just going to extend your leg out in front of you with your heel resting on the ground. If you have your stretchy band, then your stretchy band is going to go underneath your foot. We're going to crisscross both ends. And then both ends are going to go back behind us to loop around your chair leg. So we're going to do 1 minute of leg extensions. Ready? See, most people are set up. So leg extensions, just we're going to extend the leg out in front of us. It should pull the band tighter and then bring it back. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're extending the leg out in front of us and then bringing it back. Extend and back. Extend and back. Extend and back. Good. We're past the halfway point. Good work, team. So keep extending, pause, and back. We've got 10 seconds left. Ready, team? 3, 2, 1. Put your foot down. Take the band out from the chair. You can keep it where it is otherwise. And all we're going to do here is pull. Pull. Remember, you can wrap the band around your palms, so you don't have to grip it as tightly. Pull your elbows back. Good. Pull your elbows back. Almost there, team. Got 10 seconds. 10 seconds more of pulling. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So now you can untangle your one leg. You can grab a sip of water. Maybe some of you need to do a couple figure eights with the hands. Okay. Now, of course, we will be repeating this just on the other side. Remember, this is a great recovery position to help you better catch your breath. Good. Give me a little wave to let me know how you're doing. Doing good. Yeah, perfect. I like the wave of the band. All right, so now we can set up our other leg, team. So now we're going to put the band underneath the foot. Again, we're going to crisscross. The two ends go back behind us to wrap around the chair. Then we're nice and set up, and we are kicking. Kick and back. Kick and back. Good. Kick and back. Past the halfway mark. Remember, right after these leg extensions, we're going to go right into our pulling the band. Those are our rows. 3, 2, 1. Take the band out from the chair so you're holding on to it. And now we can just pull. Great job, team. Brilliant. We are halfway. Good. Keep pulling, keep pulling. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, untangle your leg. Put the band to the side. You can grab a sip of water. Great time for that. We're going to use our weight next. Okay, team, you can grab hold of your weight. We are going to hold on to it. 1, 2. Okay, and we are going to do sit to stands or push your feet into the ground. 3, 2, 1. You can understand up with control. Make sure you go down slowly, or you can stay seated and push your feet into the ground and then relax. There we go. So the whole movement with control, team. Down nice and slow. Our next exercise is with the weight. You'll be able to do it standing for just a little bit of balance, or seated. So keep doing your sit to stands. You're almost done. 3, 2, 1. Now we are going to slowly push the weight out in front of us, bring it back, then lift it up to wherever you can. Keep those elbows in, and then repeat down. Out in front, does not have to be all the way. Back, and then up. It does not have to be all the way. Challenging but doable is the name of this game. Good. Out in front, back, and then up. That's it, team. Well done. Slow and steady. Keep up your breathing pattern. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. Whew. So now we get a little bit of a rest. Remember, this is a great recovery position. How's everyone feeling? Some so-sos. And remember, team, when we talk about challenging but doable, you certainly don't have to go the full amount of time. Maybe for a couple of you, what's best is to do 10 reps and rest. Okay. You can think of it as exercise class is for seeing everybody, the social, the routine, and the guidance, not just having to do exactly what I do. Okay. So our next movement here, we're going to just lift and lower one leg. Okay, make sure you've got your weight close by. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Lift and lower your one leg. Think about stomping down on something. Quickly note which leg you're working on. You don't want to work the same leg twice in a row. You are halfway. Keep working the one leg. It's probably getting tired. Good job, team. 10 seconds left. How many times can you lift and lower that leg? 3, 2, 1. Now holding the weight, same side as the leg you just worked. We're going to curl it up, out, in, and down. So we practiced creating those L's in warm-up. We're going to curl, right? And then you're going to open up the arm if you can, close it, and then lower the weight. So lift the weight, and then you kind of pop the elbow up. Open up the arm, close the arm, lower the weight. Lift the weight, open the arm, Close the arm. Lower the weight. Good. Halfway. More than halfway. Keep up your breathing. That's it, team. Three, two, one, rest. So remember which side you just worked. So we're going to work the other side after a brief rest. Okay, so now it's all about catching your breath. Maybe you need to go right in your recovery position. Maybe you need to think of some question to ask me so it delays the start of the next set. Remember to keep breathing out through pursed lips. Good work, team.
I found that last one tough on the neck, actually, putting the arm out that way.
Yeah, if the weight felt a little heavier, it can definitely do that. And of course, we don't want to feel straining at any part of the movements that we do. So the two things you can do are either just go up here, you can go out slightly to the side and back. You can try it without the weight just to work on that mobility in the shoulder.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, when we move the weight out, we're preventing the weight from going down and it's away from us. So that trap, the trapezius muscle, is holding it up. So if you feel like your shoulder's hiking, if you feel like the neck on that side is really tensing up, or what you can do first is actually think about tightening through your core and see if that relieves it.
Okay.
Sometimes our body chooses to brace through a different part of our body.
Well, I'll see if it works the same way on the other side.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
What size of weights do we use? Like what poundage?
Something that is challenging but doable.
Okay, I don't know what that means, as I've never dealt with weights before. So I have 2 pounds. That's normal, doable?
If you feel like you are straining to move the weight, it'll be too heavy. If you feel like you could lift it for a couple minutes at a time, it's too light.
Okay.
But at the same time, these classes are very generalized to a wide variety of fitness levels and people being able to access them recorded. So lighter weights are often better for those kinds of classes because no one's always watching you strictly, right? You can't see everybody's full body.
Yeah.
2 pounds, great starting point.
Never dealt with any kind of exercise. I've been in a sedentary position for a number of years. And, now I have COPD pretty badly. And I'm trying to get a little more movement in my life. And I wasn't sure. Yeah, great. And I wasn't sure. I'll probably start off with the 2 pounds because I'm a big girl. And then, if I have to go higher, I will. Thank you.
Which is wonderful. And congratulations for starting your exercise journey. That's so exciting to have you join us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And heck, some people start with soup cans.
Yeah.
Which are usually about 3/4 of a pound. Starting with 2, like that's awesome. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah, no matter what, gang, especially when you're just starting out, wherever you're starting out as is awesome. You're starting. That's the best part. So fantastic. We're moving on to our other side. So lifting and lowering the leg. And we've got a minute. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lift and lower the leg. There we go. Maintain that breathing pattern. Great job, team. You're halfway. Lift and lower the leg. Might be getting a bit tired. Just do what you can. Remember, you can always adjust to lifting and lowering the heel. Okay, there's always ways to modify. 3, 2, 1. Grab your weight. Remember to tighten up through your core. We're going to lift it up. Might open up our arms just a little bit. Bring it back and lower down. Up. Open if you feel comfortable doing that. In and down. Again, tighten up through your core. You are in charge of how much you do. And then just the one thing of note is I'm always keeping the weight stacked above my elbow here. So just don't allow the weight to go out beyond that. That's where it can really pull on the shoulder and neck. So keeping the weight above your elbow as we go. So I just move the elbow out slightly and then bring it down. There we go. Three, 2, 1, rest. Rest, rest, rest. There we go. So maybe you need your recovery position, hands or forearms over the thighs or a table. Chest is up. This helps us regain our breath. Make sure we're breathing out through pursed lips. If you have a question, please feel free to ask. All right, and we're going to step up and over the log. So either doing that seated, or you can do it standing up and over the log. You're welcome to hold on to something for balance, or at the very least have it within grabbing distance. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Great job, team. Good. So as we're doing this, just a heads up that we will need our stretchy band next. Great job, team. Three, 2, 1, and rest your legs. Grab your stretchy band. We're going to put it around our backs. Make sure the two ends come forward underneath your armpits. And then we are just going to push our arms out in front of us and then bring our arms back. So push out in front of us and bring them back. Push out in front of us, bring them back. Good. Here we go, team. Push out in front of us and bring it back. Three, two, one, and rest. We will still need the stretchy band. Excellent job, team. This is where we catch our breath. Sip of water is a great idea. Okay, team, you can get the band either underneath your feet or underneath your thighs. It just depends how long your band is. Because what we're going to do is we're going to kind of wrap up our legs. So you're going to pull it across. Okay. Now we are going to squeeze your glutes together like you're crushing a walnut between your bum cheeks. And you're either going to pull the knees apart or you can take a step apart. Okay, whatever feels best for you. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Just gonna either pull the knees apart or you can step. Good job, team. Keep up your breathing as we go. Make sure those glutes are tight. Couple seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, take your band. We're going to put it in front of us or down low. And you're just going to pull one arm out to the side at a time or you can pull both arms away. Just make sure it does not feel like you're straining. You are in charge of how much you pull it apart. Almost there, team. Remember, you can do one side at a time or both. It is helpful to breathe out as you pull it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Woohoo! All right, shake out the arms. And everybody place a hand on the side of their head. Make sure your head and neck are straight, and we're just going to gently press head and hand into one another and hold. Should not feel strenuous. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Gently press and hold. So you should feel your neck tighten up just a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place a hand at the front of your forehead, or both if you feel like it's going to turn one way or the other. And push. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, one hand or both back. I prefer both hands on this one. Now remember, we're not looking up. We're kind of drawing our chin back. Press your head into your hands. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. So we're just going to repeat it once more. Hand to the side of the head. Gently push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. And push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Front of the head. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back of the head. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, team, you can roll your shoulders back. It's time to stretch. Made it through another class. Well done. We're just gonna lift the elbow up and push it back, and your questions are more than welcome. This is the perfect time for it.
Hi, Jill. Could I tell you about my incredible morning?
Yes, of course.
I live in Coldstream, near Vernon, and I was driving into Vernon about 7:45 this morning when all of a sudden something hit my windshield and shattered it. It took a little while to figure out what had happened. There's 2 big eagle's nests right across from the Galaxy Theater.
Right.
And obviously one of the eagles was not able to hold on to the fish long enough to get it to nest. So it hit squarely in my middle of my windshield and shattered the whole thing.
Switch arms. Oh my goodness.
That's a fish story for you.
Holy
That sounds
smokes.
kind of fishy, Flo.
I wish it was. It's costing me $300 to replace the windshield.
Oh
Ouch.
no.
Ouch.
Oh, and it was just wrong place, wrong time, or right place, wrong time.
Yes, wrong place.
Oh boy, oh boy.
My granddaughter stopped later and took a picture of the fish on the side of the road. It's about 17 inches long.
Holy
good
smokes.
size.
So the bird never came back and got the fish.
There's a lot of traffic on that intersection. Maybe it'll wait till it's calmed down a bit.
Yeah. Oh geez. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know who was more upset, you for your windshield or the eagle for its dinner or breakfast.
We were probably both upset.
Rest the arms, stretch your leg out. Wow, that is an incredible story. Thank you for sharing.
ICBC called it vandalism.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
Which is nice of them because I don't think that then impacts your insurance, does it?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, good.
Was beyond my control anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of those fluke things. All right, we can switch legs. How was exercise today, gang?
Really good.
Good. There we go. Getting some thumbs up as well. Thank you. You guys were extra quiet today.
Hey, Joe, I have a question. Today we did the like different types of intervals, you know, where we did the 1 minute, 1 minute, and then rest. Is there other, and that was great to kind of switch it up, and I really enjoyed it. Is there any benefit in doing different types of intervals?
There can be. I will admit the biggest reason I change things up so much is just for boredom. Boredom both on, I think it gets people into class more often than if we were to do the same style or same exercises all the time. Because there's definitely research that shows like consistent exercises can be a little bit better. But at the same time, we're working similar muscle groups consistently, and that hasn't been well researched. And then on my case, I teach 7 classes a week, and I am easily bored with repetitive movement. You can pull your leg up to your shin or thigh. So just in general, you know, today, for example, sometimes for our cardio, we'll do a minute of work and 30 seconds of rest. So we did 2 minutes of exercise at one time and tried to keep it pretty consistent, go, go, go. So now it's a little bit more endurance. I switched up, you know, upper body exercise, lower body exercise, so people were more able to be successful in completing the full 2 minutes, because it's not, you know, 2 minutes of marching where more people would be likely to fatigue out. So there's benefits to different intervals. Time-wise, like shorter intervals, you can go harder, like more intensity. Longer intervals is a chance for more endurance. Both are important for building lung capacity and the ability for your muscles to use up oxygen. We can switch legs. But is there a huge difference between you know, if we had the same exercise program that we consistently did by what research shows as most optimal? No, and that's one kind of weakness in exercise research. They don't often account for people sticking to things and having fun with things.
Thank you. I love the variation. It keeps me coming back all the time. And
Yeah,
it also
awesome.
means that with the recordings as well, like I can just cycle through, you know, like one class after another, and it's never the same. So it's awesome.
Yeah,
you.
which is good to hear. It's really good to hear. That's, you know, I've been teaching a variety of classes for quite a few years now, and that's definitely something that gets repeated. Because if you look at, especially with strength training research, so we think of our populations that are really looking to build strength, bodybuilders, you know, drive a lot of the strength training research. it does say like consistent exercises are key, and they'll sometimes, that kind of population group will sometimes poo-poo, all these different exercises. But really, they're really missing the point of, one, consistent exercise is key. So however it gets you guys here is what's important. And I firmly believe, like, when we're actually engaged in what we're doing, your central nervous system is going to be more primed to get the benefit out of whatever we're doing. So I really do think that fun piece is important. So I'm glad to hear at least some of you feel the same way. You like the variety. I hear that really frequently. Rest there. You can put the knees out wide. You can push against one side and gently turn the other way. Actually hold this position. I just realized my laptop is not plugged in and it's giving me a battery warning. And I would hate to just disappear on you guys. There we go. Screen might have gone black for a second. Yeah, awesome question. Any other questions? We get to the end of class. Can go the other way. All right, Dream Team, let's take a deep breath in together. Ready? Breathe in. And out. Once more, breathe in. You can have your hands wherever they want to go. And out. And shake it out. All right, team, make sure you pat yourselves on the back. Fantastic job getting yourselves here today. I was so happy to see you. And hope you have a wonderful Thursday.